Week 2, the Jaguars won a blowout in their last game against the Colts. Can Indianapolis avoid the sweep? The answer comes your way next on Madden Football.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Indianapolis Colts. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at our two quarterbacks in this one, I'd say it's a study in contrast. Young versus, well, let's say experienced. Trevor Lawrence of the Jags, Matt Ryan of the Colts.
And you are on point about that because you definitely don't say old now. That won't gain you any points, but you're right. You've got one guy who's still kind of figuring things out, still at that point where he's learning more with each game he plays. And then on the other side of the field, you've got a guy who's kind of seen it all at this point. Maybe his body's slowed a little, but the knowledge of the game, still top-notch, and he can win with his mind.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. From the end zone comes Chris Claybrooks to return. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Jacksonville's offense trots out here for the first time, and all eyes go right to number 16. Now in his second season as the team's face of the franchise, Trevor Lawrence.
And it would be interesting to see pretty early in this one exactly where his head is, because the best quarterback shake-off performances like he had last week. Way too many interceptions. Didn't throw a touchdown pass. Team lost the game. Let's see if he can bounce back and get things going in the right direction.
He'll be trying to forget those 3 picks, as you noted. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. These two teams, division rivals, of course, and you remember back to Week 18 last year, although Colts fans don't want to remember back to Week 18 last year. The Colts needed a win, and the Jags, they were kind of looking ahead to 2022, but the two-win Jags came up with one of the shockers of the season. They stunned the Colts 26-11 in Jacksonville, and that loss ultimately kept Indianapolis home for the playoffs. Well, this defense for the Colts, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
And they needed to be because the game was a game we don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches. One play can make the difference type of a game, and each play took on more importance, and they got it done.
Holding, offense.
So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They're looking for Kirk, but this pass is intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football.
A part of why they came to this week with a winning record is that they feed off of mistakes like this, and now it's a prime opportunity. Just moments in the game to get a short field touchdown off of their big defensive play. Now on the other side, they were already the underdog in this one. They just made their uphill battle just a little bit tougher.
As Indy's offense takes the field for the first time, we take a look at Matt Ryan, top 10 all-time in passing yards, playing his first career season outside of Atlanta.
And I think it's safe to say that, and I heard him say it in the post-game press conference, that was a team win last week because he didn't really play up to his normal standards, throwing 2 interceptions.
No touchdown.
Yeah, didn't offset it at all, but the team found a way to get it done.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. After the interception, here's Ryan. Touchdown! Paris Campbell, his first touchdown on the year. And the Colts use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled handled it way better. They rolled right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go. Still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Claybrooks going to bring this one out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the second time here in this game. Now the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is, and his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, "Let's go, big boy. You're still our leader."
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw here taken in by Abram. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. And a heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. And Ingram hauls it in. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They brought in the heavy set on 3rd down, and that usually means running play. But we have seen them throw out of that formation. And sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one, wound up hitting him for a first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's the second-year man from Clemson, Travis Etienne. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Lawrence. They'll try and set up the screen to Etienne. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. These two teams, they met earlier in the year in Jacksonville with the Jags coming out on top. So if they can find a way to win here in Indianapolis, they would take the season series 2-0. Throwing again on 2nd down. Lawrence. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 30. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And room there to work it inside the 25. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch that?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Lawrence finding Kirk there for the Jaguar first.
Jacksonville made Christian Kirk the headliner of their 2022 free agency spending spree, and he's one of the highest paid receivers in the league right now. So what do they expect? For him to get his first career 1,000-yard season and give them big-time production. He gets him a first down right there.
Lawrence with the handoff to Robinson. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now Lawrence. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. And the Jaguars are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. They'll run with Robinson. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
They'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down. Lawrence on the sneak, and this time he breaks the plane. He's in for the touchdown. Trevor Lawrence, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars are an extra point away from drawing level. So he's able to sneak it in, and credit to the guys up front.
Oh, without a doubt, because they have the leverage on this play. We always talk about low man wins and one-on-one battles. That's exactly what happened there. Their offensive line, lower than the defensive front.
Riley Patterson now for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And it was capped off by Trevor Lawrence taking it in himself. So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. They are right at the 500 mark on the year and got there with a victory a week ago.
And I think right now I put myself in the shoes of the head coach and say, all right, time to reset a little bit. And I don't give my team a win one for the Gipper speech, but I do say, look, we haven't played our best football yet, but we are at 500 and we're still in it. Let's try and string a few of these victories together, and we're capable of doing so.
Throwing on 2nd down. Ryan to the right side and into the hands of the tight end, Granson.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he
tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Andre Sisco. And the Jags are going to take possession of the football. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
Here's Lawrence. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Bobby Okereke running in and bringing him down.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, it still definitely hurts.
And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter play. 7-7.